Have you ever wondered why certain relationships in your life never unfolded the way you hoped, leaving behind an ache that feels unbearable? At first, it seems like a cruel twist of fate. Love slipping away, doors that you long to open remaining closed, and hearts that seem destined to connect drifting apart. Yet what if these moments of loss were not failures, but acts of divine protection? What you perceive as rejection might actually be God's gentle hand guiding you away from experiences that could harm your spirit or stunt your growth. Consider the relationships you mourned, the ones that ended before they even truly began. Perhaps they would have brought more pain than joy, entangling your heart in cycles of misunderstanding, disappointment, or toxicity. In this light, every closed door becomes a blessing, every denied longing a shield. The very heartbreaks you wish to avoid are, in fact, lessons in disguise. They teach patience, discernment, and the profound truth that God's timing is perfect even when it contradicts your desires. Life has a rhythm beyond our comprehension, a sacred orchestration in which each heartbreak, delay, or missed connection serves a higher purpose. What feels like loss may actually be a moment of liberation, a way to preserve your heart for what is truly aligned with your soul. As you reflect, notice the subtle ways life protects you. Through missed opportunities, redirected paths, or relationships that didn't unfold as you had hoped. Every step away from potential pain is an invitation to trust the unseen, to surrender control, and to embrace faith over fear. When you allow yourself to see these moments as acts of divine care rather than misfortune, your perspective shifts. You begin to understand that what you called loss might be God's way of saying, "I am keeping you safe until the right moment arrives." Check if you are subscribed, like this video, and leave a comment reflecting, "I am learning to trust God's protection." Often what we perceive as missed opportunities or failed connections is, in reality, divine intervention designed to protect our hearts. God's love manifests not only in the relationships we are given, but also in those we are gently steered away from. Each relationship that never materialized may have contained hidden challenges, emotional turbulence, mismatched values, or lessons too difficult for your spirit to bear at the time. By avoiding these experiences, you were preserved, shielded from unnecessary pain, and given the space to grow into the person you were always meant to become. Take a moment to reflect on past disappointments. Perhaps a love you longed for never fully blossomed. At first, it felt like rejection, a cruel twist of fate. But now, looking back, do you see how life guided you toward a different path? One that prepared your heart for better alignment and deeper fulfillment. Every closed door is a silent teacher, instructing patience, discernment, and trust in divine timing. The wisdom lies not in what we lose, but in what we gain through the avoidance of harm. These moments of lost love are also opportunities for inner reflection and self-discovery. They allow you to recognize patterns in your desires, to understand what truly nourishes your soul, and to embrace the importance of emotional boundaries. God's protection is often subtle, invisible, but profoundly transformative. By surrendering to His guidance, you cultivate resilience, spiritual insight, and clarity about the love that is truly right for you. In essence, what seems like heartbreak may be a blessing in disguise. It is life's way of teaching you to trust, to wait, and to honor the timing of the universe. The relationships you didn't have were preparing you to recognize and receive the love you deserve, love that aligns with your soul, purpose, and journey. Take a moment to like the video and comment, "I see God's wisdom in my life." There are moments in life when what feels like loss is actually liberation in disguise. Every relationship that didn't last, every connection that faded, may have saved your heart from unseen burdens. What you once mourned as a heartbreak could have been a shield, protecting you from cycles of emotional exhaustion, misunderstanding, or attachment that would have weighed heavily on your spirit. In retrospect, these experiences are not punishments, but acts of divine care, gently guiding you toward freedom and peace. Consider the relationships that slipped away. At the time, they seemed essential, urgent, irreplaceable. But when we step back and reflect, we begin to see how the absence of these connections created space for growth, self-discovery, and preparation for love that is truly aligned with our soul. God's wisdom works quietly, redirecting us away from paths that would have caused suffering and toward experiences that nurture our spiritual and emotional well-being. This liberation is not always obvious in the moment. The pain of separation may feel heavy, confusing, or unfair, yet over time, the veil lifts, revealing that each avoided heartbreak carried with it the gift of protection, clarity, and readiness for the love that will eventually arrive. By embracing this perspective, we shift our focus from loss to the opportunities life has preserved for us. Moments of learning, growth, and the cultivation of inner strength. Ultimately, what seems like a closing door is often a gentle redirection toward the love and experiences that resonate most deeply with your soul. Every loss avoided is a step closer to freedom, wisdom, and alignment with God's perfect timing. The liberation lies not in the relationship itself, but in the preservation of your heart, your peace, and your readiness for what is truly meant for you. Pause, breathe, and reflect on one experience where God's protection became clear. Human hearts often struggle with waiting. We want love now, fulfillment now, closure now. Yet, God's timing surpasses our understanding, orchestrating meetings and separations with precision and care. A relationship postponed may bring a more harmonious union later, a bond built on mutual growth, shared values, and spiritual alignment. When we learn to trust divine timing, we begin to see life's delays not as disappointments, but as sacred pauses meant to prepare us for what is truly aligned with our soul. Notice how the universe redirects us through seemingly minor decisions, a missed call, a delayed message, or a path that never crossed. These subtle shifts are not coincidences. They are deliberate acts of divine orchestration. By honoring these moments and trusting that God's plan is perfect, we create space for emotional maturity, clarity, and readiness to receive the love that is intended for us. The very pauses we resist are invitations to surrender, to let go of control, and to place our hearts in the hands of the one who knows the full tapestry of our lives. Patience is the bridge between longing and fulfillment. Each moment of waiting is a chance to cultivate trust, deepen self-awareness, and strengthen our connection with God. By observing the wisdom hidden in life's delays, we learn that the relationships we desire will arrive at the right moment, when our hearts are ready, when the circumstances are aligned, and when the love itself is prepared to sustain and nurture our journey. Trusting divine timing requires faith, courage, and a willingness to release attachment to outcomes. When we surrender our urgency, we begin to notice the quiet blessings woven into each delay and every missed opportunity. Life's pauses are not obstacles. They are protective, preparatory, and profoundly loving gestures from the universe. CTA, comment, I trust God's timing in my life. Heartbreak is one of life's most profound teachers, shaping our spirits and refining our inner strength. Each moment of separation, every relationship that ended too soon, carries lessons that nurture resilience, empathy, and emotional wisdom. The pain we feel is not a punishment, but an invitation to grow, to reflect on our desires, boundaries, and the depth of our hearts. By embracing these experiences, We allow our souls to expand, cultivating the fortitude needed to recognize and receive love that aligns with our true selves. Consider how each heartbreak has forced you to confront your vulnerabilities. The ache, though uncomfortable, opens the door to self-awareness and spiritual growth. It challenges us to examine our patterns, release attachments that no longer serve us, and honor the sanctity of our own hearts. God does not abandon us in these moments. Instead, He works quietly, guiding us toward understanding, clarity, and a deeper connection with our purpose. The very struggles that feel overwhelming are shaping a heart capable of love, patience, and unwavering faith. Heartbreak also cultivates empathy and compassion, enabling us to see the beauty in other people's journeys and the fragility of human emotion. Through our suffering, we develop a profound sensitivity to the experiences of others, strengthening the bonds of shared humanity. By surrendering to the lessons embedded in each loss, we not only heal ourselves, but also become vessels of love and understanding for those around us. Ultimately, spiritual strength is forged in the crucible of heartbreak. The challenges we face in love are preparing us for relationships that are authentic, nurturing, and divinely aligned. Each tear shed and every moment of longing becomes a step toward emotional and spiritual maturity, reminding us that the heart's resilience is both sacred and purposeful. Pause and reflect. What lesson is heartbreak teaching you today? It is easy to view loss through the lens of immediate pain, focusing solely on what we wanted and did not receive. Yet God's perspective is infinite, encompassing every moment of our lives, every choice, every heartache, and every joy. Behind each missed connection or closed door lies a larger purpose, a divine orchestration that guides us toward experiences, people, and lessons that truly align with our spiritual journey. When we begin to perceive life through this broader lens, we recognize that what we call failure is often a step toward greater clarity, growth, and fulfillment. The relationships we lost may have been incompatible with our highest good, paths that would have led to unnecessary suffering, misalignment, or emotional stagnation. By trusting that God sees the end from the beginning, we begin to understand that every redirection, delay, or unfulfilled desire carries wisdom and protection. Our hearts are preserved from attachments that would have hindered our evolution, and our spirits are prepared for connections that resonate with our soul's purpose. Seeing the bigger picture also invites gratitude. When we view life as a tapestry woven with intention, the losses, disappointments, and challenges transform into lessons of insight and patience. We begin to appreciate the subtle ways the universe safeguards us, redirecting us toward moments of growth and experiences that nurture our heart rather than burden it. Life, in this sense, becomes not a series of coincidences or misfortunes, but a sacred choreography designed to preserve, guide, and elevate us. By cultivating this perspective, we shift from frustration to understanding, from longing to acceptance, and from doubt to trust. The heartbreaks we endured, the doors that never opened, and the paths we did not take all carry divine messages, inviting us to see the love and protection embedded in every twist and turn of our journey. Like this video, if you feel God's hand guiding your path, every heartbreak, every relationship that did not flourish carries within it the potential to guide us from pain to peace. The moments that once brought sorrow and confusion are, in truth, transformative experiences designed to refine our hearts and deepen our spiritual awareness. When we learn to release bitterness, resentment, and longing, we create space for serenity, wisdom, and a profound connection with God's plan. The very losses that once seemed devastating are now revealed as opportunities to cultivate inner peace and trust in the divine. Consider the way life redirects us. The doors that close, the people who leave, and the relationships that dissolve all serve a purpose beyond our immediate understanding. These moments are not signs of failure. They are protective measures that preserve our hearts and prepare us for love that is aligned with our highest good. By surrendering to this guidance, we allow the transformative power of faith to replace sorrow with calm, anxiety with trust, and fear with confidence in God's timing. Pain, when embraced with awareness, becomes a teacher. It shows us what truly matters, what nourishes the soul, and what relationships are worthy of our time and devotion. By shifting our focus from what we lost to the lessons we gained, we learn to see life as a sacred journey where every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is a step towards spiritual maturity and emotional freedom. This transition from suffering to peace is not instantaneous. It requires patience, reflection, and the conscious choice to trust in divine deliverance. Ultimately, the path from pain to peace is a testament to the heart's resilience and God's protective care. By recognizing the blessings embedded within the endings and setbacks, we open ourselves to healing, gratitude, and the quiet assurance that love in its purest form awaits when the timing is perfect. Comment: I trust God's deliverance in my heart. Gratitude is a powerful spiritual tool that transforms the way we perceive life's challenges and losses. When we focus on the blessings hidden within heartbreaks, missed opportunities, or relationships that never fully developed, we begin to see life through a lens of divine care rather than disappointment. Each moment of loss can be reframed as a lesson, a shield, or a guidepost, leading us toward experiences that nurture our soul and align with God's perfect plan. Cultivating gratitude allows us to recognize the invisible protection woven into every twist and turn of our journey. Consider the relationships you thought were essential but never fully materialized. In hindsight, these situations may have spared you unnecessary pain or emotional exhaustion. Gratitude transforms our perspective, turning what once felt like rejection into a form of deliverance. By consciously acknowledging these gifts, we invite peace, resilience, and trust into our hearts. Gratitude is not simply about feeling thankful for what we have. It is about embracing the wisdom embedded in every no, every delay, and every redirection that life presents. Practicing gratitude also deepens our connection with God. When we reflect on the ways life has protected us, our hearts become more attuned to divine guidance. We learn to trust that each moment, whether joyous or challenging, is part of a larger tapestry designed to cultivate our growth and spiritual alignment. The energy of appreciation replaces fear, doubt, and resentment, creating space for joy, love, and inner serenity. Ultimately, gratitude is an act of spiritual empowerment. It allows us to honor our journey, recognize God's presence in our experiences, and prepare our hearts for the relationships and blessings, opportunities and moments of solitude are not setbacks. They are sacred preparations. They allow your heart to heal, your spirit to grow, and your emotional awareness to deepen, creating readiness for a connection that will honor your true self. Consider the times you longed for someone who never stayed. At the moment, it may have felt like rejection or loss, but now, with perspective, you may see that these experiences refined your understanding of love. You learned to value boundaries that are truly meant for us. By integrating gratitude into our daily practice, we shift from a mindset of scarcity and loss to one of abundance, trust, and spiritual alignment. Take a moment to like the video and reflect. What are you grateful for today? Every relationship that never came to fruition, every heartbreak you endured, has a purpose beyond immediate understanding. It prepares you for a love that is authentic, nurturing, and aligned with your soul. Life's detours. Missed. A fertile space for love to enter when the timing is right. The universe orchestrates encounters with precision, ensuring that when love arrives, it is harmonious, reciprocal, and spiritually enriching. Every delay, every closed door, and every moment of longing serves this divine preparation. Ultimately, readiness is cultivated through reflection, gratitude, and trust in God's plan. By understanding that the relationships you did not have were protective and preparatory, you can approach love, recognize compatibility, and distinguish between desire and alignment. God's guidance works silently, steering you toward encounters that serve your highest good while shielding you from relationships that would have caused imbalance or pain. Each step back was a step forward in your spiritual journey. Preparing for true connection also involves embracing patience, trust, and self-love. By honoring your own journey, nurturing your personal growth, and releasing attachment to outcomes, you create, guarding your heart, nurturing your spirit, and preparing you for love that truly aligns with your soul. God's wisdom orchestrates these moments with precision, ensuring that your path unfolds in harmony with your purpose, timing, and spiritual growth. Take a moment to reflect on all the experiences that redirected you, the relationships that did not last, and the pain that at the time seemed too heavy to bear. Now see them as blessings, as milestones in your journey of self-discovery. With clarity, openness, and peace, this preparation transforms past pain into wisdom, enabling your heart to recognize and receive the connection it truly deserves. Comment, I am ready for love in God's timing. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, remember that every relationship that never happened, every heartbreak that felt unbearable, and every door that closed was an act of divine protection. What may have seemed like loss or rejection was actually a carefully placed shield toward the love and peace that are waiting for you. Your journey is sacred, your growth is intentional, and your readiness is being cultivated with care beyond human understanding. Trust in this process, embrace the lessons, and open your heart to the blessings that are yet to come. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment with a note of gratitude, and join us for the next journey into spiritual insight, resilience, and spiritual maturity. Every tear, every period of longing, and every disappointment has contributed to shaping a heart that is ready, patient, and open to the love and experiences that God has prepared for you. This is the essence of divine deliverance, transforming what appears as loss into a deeper, more meaningful alignment with your life's purpose. As you move forward, carry gratitude in your heart for the unseen protection that guided you away from what was not right. And